Good afternoon, everyone. It's Sunday, December 7th, 2025, and it's a rainy, chilly afternoon here in Gainesville, Florida, where I live. And right now outside, we got some lower clouds moving in. We have a frontal boundary from and a low pressure, couple of waves of low pressure that are zipping across the northern Gulf of Mexico this afternoon. Temperatures have been in the 50s and low 60s across the Gulf Coast. And South Florida, they've been in the mid to upper 70s down around Fort Myers down to Miami and Fort Lauderdale area. But up as you get towards Orlando, the clouds have been around and temperatures have been in the low 70s. And then up here in Gainesville, just north of the stationary front boundary, which is now um, has a low pressure area riding right along it, right over in the northeastern Gulf, just off the Florida Panhandle. That's getting ready to bring us a band of some pretty heavy rain here in north central Florida where I live. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and share my screen here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And so here we are. You can see we have pretty good activity across the northern Gulf. Let me see if I can fix the screen a little bit here. Let me zoom up here and get myself out of the way. So you can see, I will show you where I'm located at. And right here, where the circle is, that's where I'm located. As you can see, we have a decent amount of cloud cover, heavy cloud cover, moisture moving along us. And you can see the upper level winds are just ripping across the northern Gulf and the Gulf Coast out of the west. You can see kind of like the tail. See this right here? This is an outflow boundary. So there has been some convection along this disturbance, but that is quickly moving to the east northeast. Let me just erase all this junk here, what I just did, and I want you to see something here. Yeah, we have actually, I'm gonna pick a different color here, in red. You can actually see some convective activity right here in kind of a V-shaped right here approaching the Nature Coast here in the next hour and a half to 2 hours. Right on the northern end of that, here in Gainesville, where I live, where that red circle is, that's we're gonna get some very heavy rain, but I don't think we'll get any thunderstorms. The thunderstorms are probably going to stay along and south of a line from about Cedar Key over to Palm Coast. You go anywhere north of that line, there's just not enough instability. But south of this line, I'm going to do some zigzags here. That's supposed to be lightning, thunderstorms. So basically, if you live in like Citrus County south, down through Pinellas, Hillsborough, Manatee, and Sarasota counties, pretty good shot of seeing some thunderstorms this afternoon and evening as as the system right here over the red boxed area moves in. And it's going to extend a little further south than that too. So it's going to be kind of trudging along here, and there'll be like a tail moving through the Tampa St. Pete area and Bradenton, Sarasota. It may even clip Fort Myers late tonight as this frontal boundary moves across the state. And I forgot to mention also Lakeland, Orlando, and then the whole Orlando metro area, including Altamont Springs, Apopka, going down to Osceola County, Kissimmee, St. Cloud. You're going to deal with thunderstorms this evening also. Okay, let me erase this again and I'll show you because I think what's causing this disturbance is an area of low pressure, which I already have read. So the low pressure area is probably located about right here, just to the west of where this convection is. So basically, we've had a warm front right around here. This is a terrible drawing, but that's basically what we're looking at. And then change the color here. We have a cold front right about here. Oh, that's a terrible drawing. Terrible drawing. So is this low pressure system is going to track to the east northeast, something like this, and head out to sea. This cold front's going to be dragged east and southeast like this across southern Florida, and it's going to be cloudy and murky up here in North Florida for most of the evening, and then probably the first part of the day tomorrow. Actually, honestly, for half the day on Monday, it's going to be murky, nasty looking weather across northern Florida, all the way from Panama City to Jacksonville, as these low clouds are going to hang around after the storm system moves out because there's going to be so much moisture from the ground that's going to be just hanging near the ground. You got cool air above it, above some relatively warmer air. So you're going to have fog tomorrow morning, patchy, dense fog across north central Florida and the Gainesville area. Ocala going towards Jacksonville, maybe Lake City as well. So let me erase all this and tell you, let's look at the computer model forecast because I think that's going to be very key. As we go on to Tropical Tidbits website, thank you, Levi Cowan, PhD in meteorology. As you can see here, let me erase, gotta erase some more of that. There's some more of my crap showing up here. So look at this. You can see from looking at this forecast model, I'm just going to put my cursor around this. Watch how quickly this moves out of the area. I gotta go up here. Let's put this in uh, go stage and go back, go back, go back. Now watch. This is the current hour. This is tonight. You can see how that quickly moves out off the Atlantic coast, moving east northeast, and we start clearing out, drying out. A weak area of high pressure builds in across the southeast, but and then over the eastern Gulf. And the weather stays nice all the way through the 12th, and then we start getting some cloud cover on Saturday the 13th as another frontal system approaches, and then we have a disturbance over the west central Gulf, and it's going to track towards South Florida. So South Florida will probably get some rain next Sunday and Monday. That will be their turn to get some rain. That's what I'm seeing in this forecast model. As we progress towards Christmas, we're going to see just some lingering cloud cover. It's going to warm up also between this coming week and the week of Christmas. We're going to see a warming trend as we have high pressure over the south central United States. So we'll have that southwesterly flow. But here over the eastern U.S., we have predominantly a upper level area of low pressure with a trough over the mid-Atlantic and Northeast. That's going to keep temperatures unseasonably cool in this region of the country, the Northeast and the mid-Atlantic. Down here in Florida, it's going to be seasonable. In other words, we're going to see low temperatures in the 40s, highs in the 60s. That's typical December weather for us, but not a lot of rain after the storm system moves through north central Florida and central Florida tonight. Things are going to clear out, and we're not going to see a big chance of rain again until probably the week after Christmas. Sometime between Christmas and New Year's, we'll probably see our next big resetting of the jet stream where we see the subtropical jet coming in across from the Pacific like we are right now that's bringing all this rainy weather to us. But until that time, we're going to see high pressure ridging over the south central U.S., like around Texas and Oklahoma and Kansas, Missouri. That's going to bring it very warm weather to that area. And then out west, it's going to be in the desert southwest, going to be mild out there, stormy in the northwest, and then cold in the upper Midwest around Minnesota and Wisconsin, and then very chilly in the northeast. So that's pretty much what I have to share right now. And let me just look at another radar image out of the area from the Tallahassee weather office. Oh yeah, I'm getting ready to get some heavy stuff here in Gainesville. It looks like the heaviest of the rain is going to fall over Micanopy and Paynes Prairie, but we're going to get some heavy rain here in Gainesville in the next 20 to 45 minutes. So that's exciting. I'm glad we're finally getting some rain. But anyway, that's all I have for right now. I will talk to you guys later when we have some more active weather going on. Have a good evening.